Hi, I'm Dudley Brown with Rocky Mountain Gun Owners, and this is another edition of Firearms Law Fridays. The question is, in Colorado, what significance does a no firearms allowed sign on a store or other private location mean? If I have a concealed carry permit, can I carry there anyway? The answer is, in some states, a no firearms allowed sign on a business has the force of law. The sign, if it complies with the requirements of state law, means that your permit is no good at that location. But Colorado is not one of those states. You are not guilty of unlawful carry of a handgun if you do carry your handgun in a store or other business displaying some kind of no firearms allowed sign. Colorado has no required format for that sign. There are no requirements in law. On the other hand, in Colorado and in most other states, businesses or other places that are generally open to the public can still establish their own rules about who is welcome. They can establish a rule that people with firearms are not welcome and can have people who ignore the rule removed by police. The name for this crime is trespass. That is, entering into a place or remaining there when you have no right to be there. The question becomes how you know the store or business has that kind of rule. For some types of trespass, a person has crossed a barrier that itself suggests that the person is not welcome. Unlike situations where you had to climb over a fence or break a window to get in, a business is open to the public. Now, while the business is open, you have a right to enter onto the premises in order to purchase the goods or services the business is offered. In fact, the business wants you there, of course. The ironclad rule is that you commit a trespass after someone in authority at the business has advised you you are not welcome there and that you need to leave. If you are told to go and you do not, you are guilty of trespass. This could be true whether the business has posted a no firearms allowed sign or not, really. Without oral or written notice specifically directed to you, does the sign on the door provide enough notice that you're committing a trespass if you enter into the store with your firearm? Unfortunately, there's no ironclad rule here. If the police cite you for trespass in a situation you brought a firearm into a business after ignoring a sign banning firearms, whether you're guilty or not is going to be a fact of question for the jury. Was the sign visible? Did you in fact actually see the sign? Should you have seen the sign? Was the sign clear about the policy, or was it in some file cabinet in the back? A jury will have to evaluate these things and could decide the sign gave you enough notice that you're not welcome at the business and entered it anyway and are therefore guilty of trespass. But honestly, we know of no court cases in this area of law in Colorado. It is not prudent to see a sign on a private business banning firearms and enter it with your lawfully carried firearm in spite of the policy stated on the sign. But that's up to you. Instead, you should offer the business owners one of RMGO's blue cards stating that you and your money will instead patronize a business that welcomes firearms and firearms owners. They're available for free from RMGO.org. The cards can help remind business owners that firearms owners are their customers, and barring them from the business is bad business. And it's creating a sitting duck zone where criminals will ignore that law and law-abiding citizens are disarmed. That's just plain dumb.